Is it recording? Are we recording? Hey,
Now
we're
it's
live.
now it's
We're
recording.
live.
All right.
All right, guys. What's up? The return of NJAGP.
Oh my god.
So
What's up?
hey,
Hi, remember us?
been a while.
I kind of don't remember us, to be honest with you.
Well, how many people actually have seen us before? I mean, most of the time we're on a radio program.
Well, our pictures
I
are
don't know
there.
if you know how.
Yeah, like they
air
really
quotes
go
work.
and check out our website. They won't even check out the new
Well,
stuff. That should
still
tell you
working.
something.
So the 3 people that watch this, thank you.
What's going on? So I don't know. We're gonna.
Well,
We're fine though because we got the board games in the background, which is obviously a must for when you're doing
And
board
Matt
game
has
things.
discovered religion, hence
it's
the
my
nice
halo.
halo around him. So, because we know Matt needs it.
Yes.
Just kidding.
That's the portal.
Satanist. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the portal we take to get out of here.
Exactly. That's how we get to our game sessions, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're here because we have a big announcement, right, guys?
I don't
Do
know.
we want to consider it big,
Sort of
or
big.
or is it just announcement?
It's kind of an
Kind of an eh.
All right. Well, because you guys have been clamoring to hear from us again.
All 3 of you.
Yeah, or one of us. So, how many actually responded to our Facebook?
A few.
post?
It wasn't too bad. And a few people actually on Board Game Geek on our old guild actually said, yeah, please come back. And
Yeah.
one random dude said, okay, yeah, come back. I don't know you guys, but come back.
That's cool. So, random dude, welcome. So,
Hey, so here we are,
yeah.
and
So,
we've got no time schedule, no time frame. It's going to happen when it happens.
Yep.
yeah, it's basically whenever we feel like
It
it.
might just be one of us by ourselves. It might be these 2 guys, us 2 guys, all 3 of us. Somebody you never even seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Pretty much what we're getting at is NJAGP's coming back, guys.
Yep.
In
In
sort
some
of way.
form.
In
Yeah.
a sort of way.
Yeah.
Sort of a very relaxed, easy way.
Yeah, we might just do some videos before we game. We might get together and record a little, like
Something.
record a podcast.
You know, or,
But-
or just get together and just stare at the mic and just make odd sounds.
That's what we.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So,
all I used to do
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So
The
you
video
just-
we're doing the video format. It's a little easier. There's not no editing involved.
per
with,
se.
with the audio, so it's just sort of go, and that's what you get. So you're gonna hear a lot of ums and
Except for me,
a
I'm
lot,
not
of,
gonna
a lot of
anything.
Jeff going. Hold on, let me look that up real quick so I don't sound.
Actually,
dumb.
I can't because
And then-
my phone is the one recording this.
Oh, that's true.
So I'd have to stop the phone to do that.
So what was that guy's name? Hold on. Let's look it up, and then I'm gonna say it like I remembered it.
Well, it would be great if we had show notes, but
Yeah.
we never read them anyway.
Yeah, we
so.
don't need those.
We will. Well, today we were going to play Mansions of Madness.
Oh, I got the text to prove that I was not asked to bring because I assumed Jimmy had everything.
Mansions of Madness. The
Second edition.
Second edition.
Yeah, where we use an app
And
to play. and-
obviously, there was a faux pas, miscommunication.
I guess for those who care, we can talk a little bit about like what's been going on.
All right, Matt.
Not much.
Okay, Jimmy.
I still like games and stuff.
Yeah. So for what you guys remember, I had started the haunted house. That's
3 years
still
ago.
5 years ago.
Was it 5
This
years
is our
ago? we
5th
started?
year. Yep, this will be our 5th year.
No, I meant when the last time they heard from us.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
Was
probably been about 3 years ago. Most of you have
Episode-
heard of the What the Geek that I tried to start, which was a very ambitious project, and it was so much work. It was, like 3 to 4 days a week I was doing something for What the Geek. And then I was writing for Geeks Worldwide website, and it was just, I don't know why I ever thought I should do something that was even more ambitious than NJAGP, but it was fun. But then after about 8 months, I just realized it was too much work for where it was going, and just called it quits completely.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we're taking this relaxed format, doing what we want when we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys like it, but if you don't,
Like,
doesn't matter. We're doing it anyway.
yeah. And just like 3 years ago, we never get together enough to game anyway. So.
Right, so
Yeah.
a lot of times we were getting together to record a podcast, and we weren't playing any games because we were getting together to record a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Then we didn't have games to talk about because we were getting together to record a podcast and not
Yeah.
get.
And then some of the games we get, we'd be like, hey, do we play this? No. Okay, well.
So,
There you go.
I don't know what you're going to expect out of this. I mean, we're not going to be doing like news. You can get that anywhere. I'm not even that up to date anymore on like what's coming out.
Yeah.
I'm not
Usually
watching
I'll go 2 months, maybe 3 months, and then I'll go look at like all the new stuff that's come out at like Manager Market or cool stuff, and I'll be like, oh, this is new stuff that came out. I'm not like, oh man, I can't wait for this game to come out in 2020. It's going to be so good.
Yeah. But I mean,
you
it's
know.
not like we're not going to talk about stuff. Like, you know, if a movie come out, we all see it. We're like, oh, hey, what's your
Yeah.
thoughts about it? That's it. We're not going to do reviews or anything.
Right.
It's just, here's our thoughts. You know, if you care what we think. You know.
That's the one thing I missed was our look ahead, because that got me looking. When we used to do our look ahead episode, I would go on there and look at all the games coming out and get excited for them.
Yeah.
And now I don't do that anymore.
I'm so far behind anyway that like something that comes out tomorrow is new to me. It's not, you know, what I mean?
Yeah.
Or something that came out 6 months ago is still new to me now.
Yeah.
Or something we started on Kickstarter 5 years ago finally
my
comes
gosh.
today going, I forgot we got that.
I've pretty much stopped
That's
Kickstarter.
usually Game Salute, right? Haha, shot at Game Salute.
So I don't know. So that's what have I been doing
well,
game wise.
Me, one thing happened to me since we did the podcast is I never really wanted to go to Gen Con because of the crowds, and I went for the 50th anniversary, and I am hooked. I went that year, went last year, and I'm definitely going this year. So I will sort of cover it this year in some form with audio or video. I'll be putting some things
Just walk
up.
around with your phone like this. Hey, look at this.
And if you're
Hey, look at
listening to this and you are going to Gen Con, I'm going to be running the Witcher RPG. It's a game system that came out at Gen Con last year. It looks awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. And the people from the company are really cool. They supported me with some a GM screen.
That's based on that video game, right? The Witcher?
No, the books.
The
But
book?
yes, the video
Oh,
game.
was it the books and then
Yes.
the video game?
The books were first. They were from I forget his name. His Polish name.
Somebody.
They're translated from Polish, but their books
Let's
are
stop and
great.
let's look it up, and then we'll cut this part out.
Well, you're the one with the phone. Go ahead.
I can see the name, but I
could
can't
care
think of it. But anyway, I'll be covering Gen Con a little bit this year.
That's cool. I was just life, married, house. Yeah. Whenever these guys get together the game, I try to show up.
Speaking of RPGs, hand me that book behind you.
This one
I
right
wish
here?
I had the Witcher book to show.
Oh,
the
yeah.
cover.
So a couple of weeks ago, we got together and I ran a game of Tales from the Loop.
The hot RPG.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. The reason I ran this is we went to
You were bored?
Dreamation,
Dreamation,
Oh.
yeah.
and we played Kids on Bikes, and both
was
of the systems are pretty much Goonies, Stranger Things. You're kids in the '80s and having adventures. Kids on Bikes, fantastic game.
Yeah,
it
I
is
liked it a lot.
super light on mechanics.
Rules light, yeah.
I mean, real rules light. You have a couple stats. You roll the die. If you fail, you get a little token.
You only
It
need
gives you like
six.
a respin.
You only need some sixes.
Yep.
D6s.
Which I have. I just
No,
haven't
that
had a
one
chance
was
to
different
play.
ones. Remember, like your worst stat is like a D4, and your best stat was like a D20.
Oh,
on Kids
okay.
on Bikes, yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of
In the middle of a
Yeah,
conversation here.
Yeah. So the loop is sixes. So it depends. It's like a dice pool. You might roll 8 of them, and your sixes are success. Right? Or is it 5s and 6s?
Just six.
Yeah, sixes.
Just six.
But they also explode, so
Yeah.
you work that way. But it's really cool. So Tales from the Loop is pretty much the same thing. Kids in the 80s, but this has more of like a
Goonies vibe?
closer to Stranger Things, I think, than Kids on Bikes is, because there's sort of like an alternate history where machines.
Take over.
I'm not
and
going to go
enslave
through the whole
humanity.
thing, but there's a lot more like time travel aspects to this and weird experiments and things going on. So it was a lot of fun. So.
While we're still in RPGs, real quick, back on the show, I remember talking about kickstarting Mutant Crawl Classics, and I've been running that in the campaign, and it is a really fun game. I know the guys that play it really like it. It's rules light. It's like Dungeon Crawl Classics. That's going well. So that's something to look into.
Then you just get
From
some
Goodman
stuff in?
Games.
Oh, yeah. I got a whole ton of stuff. I got the Shadows of Brimstone Shogun Edition.
I played that at Gen
came in.
Con. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I need some new glue guys for Christmas. So,
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So I need that.
Or otherwise, it'll be 5-6 years.
Well, yeah. Just like the first one. Took
Yeah.
us 5-6 years to get.
There we go.
Don't say I never gave you
It's
All right.
It's
I get
it's
started-
documented that you
I
have the
expect
clue.
it done
I'm going to stop this and I'm going to go do that
the next
right
time
now.
we get together.
I'll be back in a couple hours. Got that. I got crap. I can't even remember the name of it. The Affliction. I can't remember the top title for it. That finally came in. It's a second edition of it. They reprinted it. I'm blanking on the name. Sorry. My bad. It's by Greenbrier Games.
Greenbrier,
yes.
So our friend Jeff Garcia, if I remember his name. My God, I remember something. Holy shit.
Nice.
Go figure. Yes, that's staying in. Deal with it.
What's that?
Nothing. Moving on. If you didn't hear it, no one else will. And then just small little things here and there. Nothing major. So, been working on the studio and the house, like I said. So mostly that's my game, and bitching about it.
Yeah, I got a ton of stuff sitting around right now that Hate finally came in.
I never knew you were that much into Hate.
I'm not going to even bring the box down because it weighs like 87 pounds. I got all my Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire miniature games from the Kickstarter, which was a lot of stuff.
Yeah. That's about as much as I got for all the other games.
Yeah, it's a lot, and I'll probably never play it. I should just sell it, but
well,
maybe 5 years.
We're all
from now.
looking up at it.
It's up there.
It's right there.
That's even better for the people that are going to be listening to the audio.
I'll edit in a quick little video. Like, here's Hate, here's this. I'll just throw some scenes up there. Don't worry. So here it is. Boom. There you go.
Other than that, I've been still. I don't know if we mentioned it. How long ago it was, because it's been out for 2 years now. I might have mentioned it in What the Geek is Star Wars Legion. So, kind of my gaming away from gaming. When I want to get a gaming fix, I come in here and just paint the Legion. I've been building terrain, and I've got all kinds of Legion figures over here. And even dude got some news just today.
Just a few minutes ago.
Breaking news
I
today.
was here when you seen this news.
Yeah.
We said we weren't doing news. We're doing news.
Oh my God.
We have no format.
Let's just throw that out. There we go. Go ahead, Jimmy.
So Matt comes in. I'm showing him the stuff I've been painting. And then I start telling him about the Star Wars Legion. A week ago had announced the Tauntauns and the Rebel veterans, which are like the guys from the Hoth, the fighters from that. And Jan Urso and the Pathfinders just came out. Krennic and the Death Troopers. They also announced, I think, some speeder, like a land speeder coming out, and some transport vehicles. So I forgot what transport vehicles they had announced. So I went to go on the internet to bring it up. And just today, Fantasy Flight announced a new core set. 39 more figures, and it's going to be a Clone Wars core set for Star Wars Legion. So it's going to have General Grievous and Obi-Wan as the two main
young
Obi-Wan.
heroes.
Yes,
young Obi-Wan.
The one that can actually do stuff and not look like, I'm Obi-Wan.
And then, of course, a bunch of droids and a bunch of clone troopers fighting each other. So
you're going to be busy painting, man.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We'll never game with him doing this.
Droids are actually pretty easy to do. Like this little guy, this is like the medical droid. They're simple, right? One color, do some wash, do a little red. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, so easy to paint droids. So
he says that. How many hours was that? 5?
The droids are easy to paint.
So it looks like it's going to be mostly prequel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, until they do the sequel and totally change everything on you.
I don't care what anybody says. I like the prequels.
Yeah, I do too.
People who don't like the prequels.
Yeah, except for midichlorians.
I saw the Wookiees.
Yes, minus midichlorians.
Yeah. He found out what happens when you try to change the franchise.
Do you guys watch? Sorry, did I butt you?
Yes, you did.
Go ahead.
Cut over me. I was gonna complain about Rian Johnson, but that's okay. I think everybody else has already done that. Go ahead.
You guys watch Schooled?
Yes.
Not yet.
All right. So,
but big Goldberg's fan, just haven't watched Schooled yet.
Yeah. So Schooled is a what's it?
Spinoff
from the TV show Goldbergs.
Takes place in the 90s.
And did you see the recent episode where they go see Phantom Menace?
That I haven't seen. I can't
won't
wait
spoil
to
it,
see that.
But it's pretty funny.
That sounds cool.
They go see the Phantom Menace and they're all like, that was great. And they take the gym teacher goes with them. And he's like, what was great? And he starts saying like all the things that were like kind of like, what are these midichlorians? Why did this happen? What did this mean? And the guy's like, you're ruining it for me. You're right. So he ends up like realizing he actually hates Phantom Menace.
Oh, God. Phantom Menace is actually my favorite of the 3 prequels. Take that also.
Yeah. Well, it's because he did it old school. He did it
still
on
like
film before he went old video.
I don't care about the Jar Jar hate. I just like that movie.
But I didn't mind Jar Jar. The Anakin actor was a little stiff, but I overlooked that because I didn't care.
I didn't mind him.
And midichlorians were like,
midichlorians
whatever.
was the
Moving
one
on.
thing they could have left that crap out.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a movie that's 21 years old.
Either way,
22 years old.
Well, we have a lot to catch up on.
We're starting back.
What other movies?
We're talking about 80s. Now we're going to 90s.
Yeah.
What happened in the 2000s?
But yeah, Goldberg, not Goldberg's. Schooled.
Yeah.
So, have you guys seen A.O. Bio yet?
Haven't even heard of that.
No idea what you're talking about.
It comes on right after school.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I just watched School.
It's a Harvard professor having to teach high school, and he hates it, so he's trying to...
Oh, AP Bio.
Yeah, that's what I just said, AP Bio.
Oh, okay.
Did I say AP Bio?
AO
Never
Bio,
heard of
I
it.
think.
AO,
I think you
AP,
did say AO,
Yeah,
but
same thing.
whatever. Some guy that doesn't like his job, and the kids hate him. So, yay. Fun-filled family entertainment right there.
So gaming-wise, that's
yep.
that's about it on my end.
We had zero plan on what we were going to talk about.
Yeah,
Seems
it's
good.
called winning. This is what you're going to expect.
Like I said, I can't even be like, oh man, I can't wait for this game to come out because I honestly have no idea of like what games are going to be coming out.
Yeah. I never have an idea.
I have nothing kickstarted right now, so don't plan on
I don't have any money to
knowing
kickstart
much
anything.
about that.
I have something that should be coming in this September called Set a Watch. It's kind of like an RPG theme where your characters and you're setting a watch at overnight.
Okay.
So it looks cool.
I thought about back in that recent Ninja Turtles one, Kickstarter, but I'm like, I'll never end up playing it. And Dolan got it anyway for Navarre's, so that definitely means we'll probably never play it. I think
Dolan gets everything.
yeah.
And then never brings anything over.
Yeah, I try to look around.
Except for Everdale. He brought Everdale over. That was fun.
Was that a book?
No. It was a Kickstarter.
Ah,
that was
okay.
good. That was like the hot game from last year.
Well, we should just ask him, hey, can you bring over something? Like ask someone to bring something over if you mention it and not have that person assume they have it already.
I went to PAX Unplugged. That was December
I
now,
did not
3
go
months
to
ago.
Yeah.
Hey, it was okay. I'm not even sure if I'm going to go again next year, so
Yeah.
we'll see. I got no plans to go to any cons. I mean, obviously, like you said, Gen Con, but I don't have any plans.
I have no money to do it. I went to a convention over the weekend, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to afford this. And luckily, I got a free ticket out of it, so that was fine. I mean, I'm into the short film, so that's one thing. Well, that I've been up to, some short films, and then I went back to school. Yay.
Oh yeah,
That's right. I forgot. I'm doing broadcasting, radio broadcasting, so I'm doing great now.
it teaches you how to set up a phone for YouTube.
I know, right? It only took me, 5 minutes? I think? Yeah.
Well,
Got to push record. Didn't know that.
like Jim says, when he wants to do his gaming stuff, when there's no gaming going on, he comes up to the paint side, go upstairs and work on my RPG stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say read your RPG stuff.
Yeah, because I got the campaign going, and I still haven't finished the story yet for Gen Con for
Nice.
The Witcher, but I'll get there.
When you guys do that, I go upstairs and try to put up a door in my house that is falling apart because they don't know how to properly flip a house.
No, they did know how to properly flip it.
Well, yeah, they
As cheap as possible and get out of there.
they drilled in between the
That's
mold.
what they do.
I'm like, who does this?
Yeah, we had a 5e campaign that pretty much fizzled out. Gloomhaven pretty much fizzled out.
Well, it didn't fizzle out. It's just on hold until we can get everyone together.
Yeah, and learn the rules again and start over. Ooh, Megan's texting me.
No,
Oh, no, that's your phone.
That's my phone.
Yeah.
We'll just leave that one alone.
So I just sort of, my thing is, I talked to Matt, it's like, I'm just going to do one-shots. It's like so much easier. Just do one-shots and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I still have to finish
I
the
still
Star
play the
Wars one.
5e.
Yeah, I got the Star Wars one. We did, 6 years ago?
Yeah,
I
bought
mean,
the
we're
dice.
halfway through.
Yeah.
There's
Now
only
the new
one more
edition's
section
coming
left
out.
to get you guys.
I
don't
said
know.
just in time for the new edition to come out.
Probably a new edition. No, in Disney. They're like, oh, we're going to reboot this again.
It's okay. You don't need to buy the new stuff.
All right, almost 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Probably a
probably
good time to
about
cut it.
enough.
Yeah, I think they're done with us rambling.
Yeah,
and
so there you go.
Yeah.
NJAGP is back.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Well, we'll just admit it. It's back. Just
Is this
not the
like-
way you remember it.
Is this like Volume 2, Episode 1, or are we just? Is this Episode 70
Huh? Well, this is the reboot of the reboot
of the reboot?
of the reboot.
Right.
So now I don't know whether this is.
don't know.
What is the last episode we ever did? on
69.
video?
69.
69,
Well,
man.
yeah.
It was
No.
on purpose. We knew that when we started NJAGP, we were going to end on 69.
We'll just say video number 1.
Yeah.
Leave it at
Yeah.
that.
But what about the people that just listened to the MP3?
We'll see what happens with that.
69 and a half. You got to get that extra one in there.
Well, we're going to work on getting the old episodes back up, right?
Oh yeah. I'm working on that. Actually,
Okay.
I have a way to do it for free, so hosting can kiss my.
Nice.
And so we'll be able to do that. I'll upload it to the website, which is still up, njagp.com, because I'm nostalgic and I could not let that domain name go.
I
Because
just restarted the Twitter.
there,
I saw that yesterday. I was like, oh boy. Matt's
Yep.
back on Twitter.
So
now.
I'm only gonna use that Twitter for the podcast. I'm not gonna post stuff that get people angry at me.
But they will anyway.
I barely on Twitter anymore.
So
Yeah.
me neither. In fact, I got rid of my Twitter account because I was
almost
getting
a year,
tired of
right? Cool.
got
So
tired of
you handle Twitter.
social media.
I'll take care of Facebook.
So
Jim just does Jim.
I'll just sit
And
here.
NJAP
I just sit here.
podcast.
I'll provide the
at
table to
NJAP
put the
podcast.
phone on.
Yeah, exactly. And the little stand. You got to make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
if you don't bring
Maybe
that, we're
next time we'll
screwed.
shift over so we get all board games. in the
Yeah,
background.
and next time we should like balance it out because I'm noticing we're a little lopsided. So I'm like
Yeah.
leaning.
Whoa.
Well, your table's a little sloped in the middle.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, fine.
I don't know what you're doing on this table, but hey, we'll leave it alone.
We're still good at talking over each other. We haven't lost that.
That's what people love.
So, all right, I'm done.
Me
Yep.
too.
See
I got
ya.
nothing else. So, adios, everybody. See you later.
Bye bye.
Chi-cha-chang.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
That's
Bye.
what she said.
Werewolf.
Werewolf. They're an asshole. All right.
Okay.
See you guys. Did you just give the finger?
Nope.